I mean, man, you killed it with season 2 predictions when you were like, you
Woo!
literally got, I mean, obviously, I mean, you were like, yeah, she's gonna go to Yak and she's gonna come back. You're like, EG is gonna play Gaston.
Yeah.
Like you even went like, Carlos, Lumiere, like you named so many of them like completely.
Wow. I
Yeah.
killed it.
The one thing that did not happen that I think we thought was gonna happen, there was no cameo from anyone from the original of High School Musical, right?
Interesting. Yes,
Right.
because after last season, we were like, that's probably going to be a running theme, right?
Yes.
Like they'll do that every season. That's
Yes.
cool.
And I don't know why they did this, or if it has to be on purpose. So I was going through like the IMDb because I was trying to get like the spelling of the names correct and all this stuff, right? And I was watching some of it with captions on just to make sure I was getting, the script correct when I was writing my notes. One of the guys that auditions, last name was Darbus. And I was like, is this kid related to Miss Darbus? Like, why would they choose this name out of all names? Right? Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I wrote it down because I was just like, it stood out to me. Like, why is this? Is this just like a ode to the character during auditions? Like,
That's crazy.
yeah. So I didn't know if that was just like a little Easter egg they just put in there just to
Yeah,
see if
maybe an
anyone will
Easter
catch
egg.
it. But I thought that was a thing. Another thing I thought was gonna happen, not in the show but in real life, is that there's still no High School Musical the Choosical board game, which I really hope they make and
Damn,
sell
me
because
too.
I think it would, or like if, let's say it's not a board game, at least like make it an app game or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something would be awesome. I don't know because like I changed it so many times when I was trying to write like my favorite songs and favorite scenes from the season. Do you have in any particular order like a top 5 favorite song from this season?
I'm gonna say because of the emotional impact that it had on me in the moment, I think Second Chances
Yeah,
is my favorite song from season two because of how well that tied everything up for me. I think definitely that one. The Rose song is obviously phenomenal. I don't know
yes.
if Olivia helped that one, but that was a great performance. Um, and then I really liked the opening number,
Something in
Something
the
in
air?
the
Yeah.
Air. I think that's like classic High School Musical,
Yeah.
classic pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those ones for sure. I mean, everything that they did from Beauty and the Beast was really well done. Howie's If I Can't Love Her is definitely up there. I love that they gave him a solo.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Um all those ones you mentioned I have on my list. The one
Yeah.
that came sneaking in last week when I was reviewing was Red Means Love. I just like hooked on this song. Like
I knew you were gonna say that.
me and
Yeah.
Ellie have just been repeating this song constantly. And it was because like the first time I heard it, I didn't love it the way it came the second time. So that was interesting. Do you have in any particular order, or if you have an order, your favorite scenes from the season? Scenes or moments?
Man, scenes or moments. Okay, I'm gonna say, dude, the flashback
Yes.
is that the
Yeah.
emotional impact it had on me. I was like, holy what is actually going on? That
Right.
changes the game.
Right.
That's definitely one of my favorite scenes in season two because of, as I've mentioned 900 million times, Sophia Wiley's acting is the MVP of the
Yeah.
entire
Yep.
season.
Agreed.
That is definitely one of my favorite moments. And the ending montage of If I Can't Love Her is
Yes.
phenomenal. And the
Yes.
breakup scene. So all sad scenes are my favorite.
um. Okay. So all those are on my list. There's if I had a few, EJ waiting at the bottom of the escalators was up there for me. Um.
Bars.
Yes. And then like just I think an ode when they're doing the High School Musical 2 medley. I thought that was just amazing to watch.
Yeah,
Yes. It's ironic. Like, why do we love the sad scenes so much?
right.
Like, because like it's hard to say like favorite because like it makes me sound like I'm only loving the sad parts, but I think it's because
Right.
it's probably the ones that made us feel the most in that moment when they're executing the scene.
Agreed.
All right, so any season 3 predictions?
Right. Okay. So did you read the small synopsis of like what season 3 is going to be?
No, I did not.
Oh my God. Let me break this down for
Okay.
you. So, you know how Natalie at the end says, "Oh my God, summer is going to be wild" or
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
So, some articles came out a couple months ago about what season 3 is going to be, and it's about them being at sleepaway camp.
Oh,
And that's all they've given so far. It's going to be summer sleepaway camp. There's going to be drama, like nights and just like them being at camp together. So that's our setting, right? And which I think is smart because as we mentioned earlier, that gives an excuse for EJ to stay
yeah,
another season.
yeah.
Um and so that we don't have to go into another school year and so that we're not seeing the same thing that we've seen the past two seasons. So that's where that's going to be. So I'm expecting hmm I don't know, I guess just like a lot of maybe like chaos, you know what I mean? Because if it's going to be them and there's like no like parental supervision, who knows if we'll even see Miss Jen. I mean, I'm sure we will. I'm sure they'll find some excuse for her to like be a teacher at the camp or something.
Yeah. I mean, her
But
and Mr.
yeah.
Mazar gotta be like the chaperones or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
The one I was gonna mention earlier that I held off on was all those moments that I saw with EJ and Mr. Mazar. I was like, is there any way that EJ becomes like his assistant or something after he graduates as like a uh like part time after his college classes? If he doesn't
Interesting.
end up going to Duke, you know, I feel like they do that a lot with
Yeah.
characters, especially high school show characters after they graduate. But
So true.
the one thing I also didn't get was like, how come EJ has so many classes with people that are lower grade than him? Like, I
That
don't.
I was No, I was thinking that that same exact thing when they were at the career fair thing together. I was like, isn't she like 2 years younger than him? Like, why
Yeah.
are they in the same class?
And then let's say I mean, obviously it can happen, but then like, if EJ's like not smart, then like, why are we even talking about Duke? Like, if that's the case,
Right,
like,
yeah. They don't really make him to be
no,
he's not really written as like the
no,
sharpest tool in the
no,
shed.
no, not
It's
at all.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I think we mentioned that this is like Peter Kavinsky going to Stanford.
Exactly. Yes. One thing I also for more season 3 predictions. So obviously, I think Jordan Fisher is going to come back and help a lot. I mean, if Olivia Rodrigo comes back, then I think definitely Jordan Fisher is going to be a bigger part in her would take off with her music career and stuff. One thing that I do want to get your thoughts on is like whether or not you think Lily. So okay, so first I think EJ and Gina will become more of a central couple, right?
Yes,
I think
yes.
Ricky and Nini are going to sort of take backseat. I don't know if there will be a reconciling between them if Olivia is or isn't part of the season. But I want to know what you think about whether or not you think Lily is going to become a love interest.
I mean, for sure, I think they're gonna go on a date. For sure. For sure.
God, kill
For
me,
sure.
kill
For
me.
sure. For how Ricky behaves, and it's pretty on brand. He's single now. I don't know if they will like be in a relationship, but they're for sure go on dates. Like, I think that's gonna happen. Um,
Damn.
yeah. It's I mean, I had hope that he catches her red-handed early so that we don't have to see too much of it, right?
Too.
But and also we don't even know at this point if Lily is only being manipulative or does she actually like him and wants all this other stuff. Um
Yeah.
her character is kind of, cuz like if you asked me last season, like I don't think I would have predicted that I like Gina this much.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
so it's just yeah, I mean, oh God, if they figure out a way to turn that one around and introduce another one, that'd be interesting too.
Dude,
I,
they could do anything
that's
if
true.
they make
That's true.
if they end up making me like Lily, then those writers can do anything. I'm just confused about like because when they find out that Lily's the one that took the mask, she's going to be exiled. Like there is no coming back from that. Like how do you then make her a romantic interest if they do after they've established that she's doing such a villainous thing by sabotaging their entire show. Like once Ricky finds out about that, he's gonna be pissed.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I mean,
Interesting.
do you think they'll find out? Like, how
They
can
have to.
how? Yeah, it'd be yeah. I think it'd be more frustrating if they don't find out. I guess, right?
It would be
Like
more
she gets away with
frustrating.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like right
Yeah.
now, like they ended the show and it was a success. They're happy.
Yeah.
Like, man, maybe the French guy will snitch, or how he finds out snitches.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe someone snitches.
Yeah. Do you think that they actually got rid of the nomination for the Mankey Awards and that is not going to pop up again, or do you think that's going to pop up?
That is a really, really good question. I felt like they did. Did they show us?
No.
Did they show us? Didn't show it going into the
Nope.
Pizza Oven.
That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. Yeah. I think it will come up. I don't think it's going to be such a big thing though, but I think you're right in being suspicious about that because I thought the same thing too. I was like, that's what this entire season was about.
Right.
And they're gonna throw it away. I
Right.
was like, wait,
Right.
didn't we just go through
Right.
everything for you to see
Right.
what's in the envelope?
Right.
Like, I think there must be some sort of closure, even if it's just brought up a little bit and
Yeah.
then it's not a big thing anymore because it's been months
Right.
in their timeline, then yeah. But I think you're right in bringing that up.
I'm curious, considering what you just mentioned about the plot, how they're gonna bring Lily into this. Like, is she gonna like consistently call Ricky or like stalk him? Like she's clearly not gonna get invited to this. So like, I'm curious how they're gonna fit her into that. I mean, because she has to be in season 3. There's no way they would do all this and then she's just like absent from it.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Yeah, I agree. She obviously has to be in it. It could be like a her and Ricky, what you just said, like her and Ricky just corresponding a lot, and maybe he's not telling people about it yet because like he knows that they don't like her. Maybe she tries to spy on them at camp or something because she
Yeah.
like thinks that they're up to something. Like she's gonna find a way to sneak her way in there for sure.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, clearly we can't not talk about this prediction because something happened between last season and this season. Obviously, in our backgrounds, you see the vinyls. I mean, clearly Olivia Rodrigo's stardom went to a whole nother level from
Yeah.
season 1 to season 2. In fact, even from like season 2 ending to now,
Hmm.
like it's completely I'm not entirely sure what her peak is, but like I guess all the talk is, will she be in season 3? Do you think she'll be in season 3?
Um, I so here's the thing, like I heard, and obviously I have no idea if this is true. I just like this is what Twitter was telling me
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that apparently yeah, that apparently she's contractually obligated to do 3 seasons. I wouldn't be surprised if she got out of that contract because she has an incredible team.
Yeah.
But I think I they've already given it such an easy out. They wouldn't even have to like she wouldn't even have to show up in the next one. They could just be like, "Wow, I can't believe Nini's so famous now," and like off on to like it could be literally something like that. So you know what? I would not be surprised if she wasn't in it.
I think something that would be a bummer if she decides to not be in it, other than the fact that she's not in it, is like, do you lose the entire Jordan Fisher character if she's not in it?
I don't think you lose it completely because I think you can still bring it back with just tying it back to Gina,
Mm,
but that does relieve some of his purpose of like why
yeah.
he was brought in the first place. You know.
Because I think if she comes back, I absolutely think there will be an Olivia Rodrigo Jordan Fisher song. Like that has to.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Put it in the seriously. Put that in the freaking predictions because I want that to be true so bad.
I mean, that has to happen, right? Like
Yeah.
it's either a solo song for her or she's in a song with him. Like, I mean, that has to happen.
Whew, that's gonna be so good.
Do you want me to give you one that's gonna piss you off now?
Yeah.
Ricky and Lily are gonna get a duet.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Complete opposite way of Um,
You're right.
I think yeah, I think that's very likely to happen in season three. Um,
Hmm.
I do find it interesting or curious to see which characters make it because like every character pretty much made it from season one, right? I don't feel like
Yeah.
they took anyone out.
Yeah,
Um,
they didn't.
so it's I'm a little nervous because like also I think we talked about this like high school shows aren't meant to last forever
Yeah.
because clearly they're gonna graduate. So I was hoping Olivia would make it to the end of season three.
So that we could see a graduation or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like there's shows that I'm a little older than you. There was a really popular high school show when I was in high school called The OC,
Mm.
and you know the main girl in that show, Misha Barton, was upset and wanted out of her contract, and they just like killed her off.
Mm.
Obviously Disney's not gonna kill off a character, but like
Yeah.
I'd always wish like they did something else to leave the room open to bring back someone if she changed her mind too. Because like I mean you don't never want to forget like they're all really young. I'm not sure. Do you? I was trying to think about this the other day with Stacy. I was like, do you remember any other person who became this big of a pop star while being on a show, while still on it? Like
No.
Ariana became it after she,
After Victorious.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like I was like, man, like this is kind of a unprecedented type of thing. Like you don't really know what to do with it. I'm sure for them too, right?
Yeah.
And because I was like, I was really hoping they film season three before shows opened up so that she could film it before she has to go tour.
Same.
Um,
It's true.
it's what a complicated, unique situation that is going
Hmm.
on here with this. We
Yeah.
do know there is a season three, so that's awesome to hear about. Which made me feel like they either got an agreement for her or they've already decided what to do, even if she rejected it, right? Because there's no way they're
Interesting.
like
Yeah.
I don't feel like they would have done or gotten the okay for season three if they didn't have like two plans, one with and
Exactly.
one without. And
It's
they're
true.
and I guess Disney was like, we're cool with either. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
So
true.
are we gonna wait every episode to see if she's in it? If this happens.
I know. Are we gonna be like, is she gonna come back? Wait, one thing that I do want to bring up though is that since next season is season three,
Yeah.
what songs from High School Musical 3 do you think they're gonna do? I have one in
Oh,
mind.
okay.
I think they're gonna do Can I Have This Dance, but it's gonna be Carlos and Seb singing it.
Oh,
Or
that's a good
or maybe
call.
yeah, or maybe Ashlyn and Big Red, but I think it's gonna be Seb and Carlos. I think they're gonna give them like a big epic duet, like one of the most loved songs in the entire franchise.
Oh, that's a good one. That is
Yeah.
a good one.
Hmm.
Man, oh God. What so they're starting off in the summer. They're not gonna have like let's say for example prom or anything for EJ. Are they skipping that?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because I
You're
mean it
right.
yeah. Because if that's the case, like I can see what's that song called where they're getting ready for prom?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be, oh, Night
Yeah.
to Remember.
Yeah, Night to
Yeah,
Remember. I could
yeah.
see that happening. I could totally see Lily singing I Want It All.
Yes, that's a great one. With the little French dude.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think that would
Yeah.
be pretty on brand there. I'm
Hmm.
trying to think of a Big Red Ashland song from that movie. Man, that
Yeah.
soundtrack is great. Your favorite, right?
That's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite High School Musical soundtrack.
Man. Although, in high school in this season, they did it in a medley. So like I'm curious, like I don't know if they'll get a full on. It might just be like a mash and have the two characters you're saying do that. Oh, the Can I Have This Dance? That would be a monumental thing to do.
Do you
And I can
understand
yeah,
that would break the internet? That would break
yeah.
the internet.
Yeah, I already see it. Like that's seems so perfect, too good to be true. Like, wow.
Yeah. I could also see them doing like a montage, like maybe all the couples sing it
Oh,
and they're all in like their own little worlds. Like maybe it's Ashlyn and Big Red and Carlos and Howie and Seven Carlos, and they're all singing that, and that's like a
Is
duet song.
so I've never really thought about this. In this world, High School Musical is like they're living a real life, and High School Musical, they watched it like we watched High School Musical in the show, right? That's why they did it, right? I'm curious to
Mhm.
see if they'll bring any other songs. If they're like in a camp, will they do a camp rock song? Like, I wonder if like they'll mix and match anything.
Yeah,
They
because
did the climb in
they
this.
did the climb, which
Yeah.
also forgot to mention. I'm sure same for you. That's one of my favorite songs this season.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if they'll do some crossover because they've established that they can.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, who would sing "This Is Me" from Camp Rock in this show?
Imagine.
Oh man,
That would be
this
funny because High School Musical and Camp Rock are known are like supposed to be
right,
like, that's the big conversation.
right,
Yeah.
right. Huh? I've that's not something I even thought about, but that's a now my brain is racing. I hope Olivia comes back and does the what do you call it? She's pursuing her music.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't think she's gonna get a lot of screen time, even if she comes back. I think
Mhm.
that part is probably, it's happening. Um, man, do you know when is season three supposed to come out? Is it because like season two was supposed to come out way before, but got delayed because of COVID? I
Yeah.
wonder is that now the new timeline? Because like May's a long time to wait.
Yeah. I don't know if it's officially like slated yet.
Mm.
I mean, I guess it must be since all of that information came out, but I'm not sure when they're scheduled to film anything
Oh,
yet.
curious on this because I think it was announced today that Disney Plus is doing a spin-off show for Agatha from WandaVision. Is there any chance
Yeah.
there is a spin-off show for someone in this show?
That's a good point. I honestly don't know if I see anything in the cards for any of these people, or maybe I just haven't about it in that light yet. Because I'm thinking like if they did a spin-off, like with Agatha Harkness is different because it's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is
Yeah,
so vast that they
yeah,
could go in any direction with it. She could have an entire different universe that she goes into.
yeah,
With High School Musical, we've already seen the entire world. Like
yeah.
we've seen basically all of Salt Lake City, Utah in this. So
I
I'm
mean,
not really sure if I see it going that way.
they tried with Sharpay and it just didn't work out
Yeah, it just
because
didn't really
she
work.
left and
So
yeah, it didn't work.
yeah, I don't know. I personally don't think so.
Man, any other predictions that we're not thinking of? I mean, we did songs, we did characters. Do we mention every character? You think anything happens to Big Red and Ashlyn in season three?
Interesting question. I don't know. They seem like they're on like a good path right now, so maybe they'll establish more conflict with them. I mean, they had
Mm.
a little bit of conflict, but it wasn't necessarily between them. It was between like Big Red and his internal battles and then like
Yeah.
Ashlyn and her internal battles. But maybe more French kid, maybe
Oh,
more of Ashlyn and the French kid, perhaps. I'm also thinking about what they're gonna do with EJ and like, because we know that like EJ is there to be like a love interest, so obviously him and Gina are gonna be big next season. But I wonder uh, what they're gonna bring up with EJ too, and Howie and Courtney, and like how they're gonna develop Seven Carlos more too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, and you think any new characters? I mean, obviously we got several new characters in this season. Um,
yeah.
do you think they'll be from like their school or more North High kids or new student at East High?
I don't know. I think it could be cool to just see like I think it would be an interesting dynamic if they brought in uh people that they meet at sleepaway camp but are
Mm.
from like states away, like someone
Uh,
from like a different state. Like we like you don't think that you're going to see them again after this season because they're just here for sleepaway camp. I think that would be a really
you know
interesting
what just came
dynamic.
to my mind right when you said that?
Mm.
Jack is gonna be at that camp.
That would make me so happy and also confused. I think he is such a great character.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's prime reason to bring him back.
yeah. That makes all the sense at a camp.
At a camp,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh man.
Put it in the in it's
Because
that's
he
written in the
because he
record.
was in so much of that episode.
He was so central.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe that's a prediction right there.
Good thinking. That's written in. That's written in our predictions. That's an official prediction.
Oh man, that's gonna
Hmm.
be awkward between him and Gina and
I
BJ.
know that's gonna be hard for them. You know what? Also, I was thinking like, um, Gina and EJ's relationship could potentially be so much harder, than Nini and Ricky's
Oh
long
yeah.
distance relationship
Oh yeah.
because, Gina is like she's obviously going to be at school or like in whatever at sleepaway camp, and then EJ's going off to college.
Yeah.
That's a really really hard thing to deal with. So I predict that, if they're a couple, they're going to be more central, like their relationship is going to be a lot more central to the plot, going to have a lot of issues.
They're gonna probably have to explain where EJ is going in the first episode or first couple episodes because we that wasn't
Hmm.
established in this season.
Exactly.
So
He mentions, I got into one state school. So we'll see maybe if that's where he's going.
I mean, yeah, it has to be
Mhm.
right because
Yeah.
man,
Yep.
wow, this got me more excited for season 3 than before. Like, because I didn't think about a lot of this stuff at all.
Yeah, same.
There's a, I mean, no, the one other thing that I think more characters is hard is like every character is like taken. Like everyone's in a
Yes.
relationship. Like it's
How do
just
you do that? How do you write that in, dude? Like that's crazy to me that every single person has a love
yeah,
interest.
yeah. Do you okay? Oh, another prediction. Will do you think there'll be a season 4 or will it end with 3?
I actually I actually think it might end with 3.
Me too.
Just because I think summer is a good way to cap it,
Yeah,
like, and then like us not seeing them go into another school year. I think summer is a good place to
yeah,
sort of just like stop the story and just knowing that the characters are going to be okay, and they're going, some of them are going off to college, some of them are moving away. I think that's like a good way to wrap things up.
yeah.
So I don't know, I don't think that they will, but I wouldn't be surprised, I guess.
There has to be some form of closure, I guess, for the
Yeah, totally.
characters, or at least some form of like plan. Um, I'm not entirely sure what that is for everyone. Like, I mean, Nini's obviously look like his music. I thought
Yeah,
Ricky sometimes too, like, could the end be like maybe he ends up going to live with his mom? Is
yeah,
it's
interesting.
and then Gina, I guess, has so many choices because she could go back to her mom, she could stay with
True.
Ashlyn, like,
Yeah.
all this stuff. I wonder if I bombed on some of this predictions here. Like, what's like no Jack, none of this other
No
stuff.
Jack.
Man, I went back and like wrote his name down because I didn't even know it until the second time watch. Because like I knew who the character was because he was so integral to that episode.
Yeah,
But like
and
it was
so
just
memorable.
yeah, yeah. It was
Yep.
yeah. I was worried that they were gonna kiss and she goes back to EJ, so I'm glad that didn't happen.
Same. I was, however, pissed that she didn't at least get his number, right?
She didn't get his number? Oh,
I don't think she did. She
you're
didn't get
right.
any of his
You're
information.
right.
The last thing that he says, which is so so sweet, he says, if they reschedule your flight, make sure to ask
Oh
for a seat in the
yes.
back because that's the safest place.
Yes.
Like that. Oh my God. Again, such good
Yeah.
writing. But yeah, that was such a great episode.
Is that realistic? You think if they're at that age meeting like that, you don't think they would at least exchange like Instagram handles or something?
I would
Right?
absolutely at least get that Instagram.
Right? Like
Absolutely.
what
God, Gina.
I mean, I get unless she was just that unless the point was that she was that into EJ. Like
Yeah, I guess that is probably what they're trying to establish. But realistically, like
right,
we are getting that
right,
number, you
right.
know?
I guess so drama wise, Jack going to the camp would be better to add to the drama.
That would be amazing. I would love that. I also want to see if that kid sings, and maybe we can get some more duets, cuz I want to see a summer fling. That's what summer camp is about, dude.
Right.
And since every character is in a relationship,
It has to be
I know that they're going to make some love triangles because
sure.
I want to see people falling in love with each other at camp. You know
Right.
what I mean? I want to see them falling in love with other people too.
I mean, that character could be Ricky though, because he's technically not in a relationship.
Yeah.
So, it's we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I hope they just don't get a girl that looks exactly like Nene and place
Yeah.
it at camp. Like,
Yeah.
so, oh wow. All right. That was awesome.
That was great.
Good. All right. Well, Justine, thanks for coming. That was fun. Hopefully a lot of this come to fruition for season 3,
I hope
and
so.
then we'll figure out how to go from there.
Yes. Oh my goodness, great. I can't wait to do this again next year.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Justine.
All right. Thank you, Mike. So good to be here.